There, that's better. Hey everybody, Darren here from the Music Vault. Um, I haven't done a video in a while. I haven't been watching a lot of videos online. I haven't been really, but just 'cause it's summer, I've been doing so much other stuff. I mean, I've watched a couple, keep up with certain ones, certain videos and that, but other than that, I haven't been watching a whole heck of a lot. I haven't been buying a whole lot, just because, just everything is. My middle daughter graduated, and my oldest is getting her. She just had her Sweet 16, so she's getting her license, and been doing stuff with that. You know, gearing up. We're going up to the cottage in a couple of weeks. God willing, the up where we're going, there's massive forest fires up there, up in Parry Sound area, which is here in Canada, up in Ontario. It's about three hours from my place, 4 hours. That's about 4 hour drive if you take your time, stop Timmy's and get a couple of coffees and that. So I haven't been buying a whole heck of a lot. I haven't been going out, and money's been going elsewhere. Just been enjoying the pool in the backyard, time with my wife, stuff like that, and the kids. So I haven't been doing any videos, and I haven't been buying too terribly much. But I have bought some stuff, and I bought like a lot of 4 for $10 stuff, and it's just been everything, not really just metal, but it's been a lot of everything. And to be honest, I bought, and it's been over a long period of time. I can't remember half the stuff I bought anymore. So I got some stuff here that I know that I've gotten in the last little while that I haven't shown yet. So I got some albums and I got some CDs. So I'll start off with this one. New Godsmack, really good. It's very different. It's not your typical Godsmack album. Very radio friendly. I like it. It's different. Bulletproof's probably my favorite song. When Legends Rise is a really good tune. Yeah, if you're like Godsmack and you like the sound, I highly recommend it. It's a good album. I mean, they're not. It's a little bit of a departure from what their normal stuff is, but you know, other than that, it's pretty good. Morning Cup of Joe. I bought this one, the Cream of Eric Clapton. It's got Layla on it, Sunshine of Your Love, Crossroads, Strange Brew, Cocaine, I Shot the Sheriff. Everything that he did with, from Derek and the Dominoes to Cream to his own solo stuff. It's actually got one Derek and the Domino song, Layla, and that's a great song. Lots of Cream. Oh no, two Derek and the Dominoes. Bell Bottom Blues and Layla. And the rest is just his stuff, or stuff he did with Cream. The cool, good songs. Badge, Sunshine of Your Love, Crossroads, Strange Brew, White Room. White Room's probably my favorite Cream song. Up next, anybody that knows me knows I'm a huge fan of this band, the Eagles. Now, this is double CD. This is the their greatest hits, volumes 1 and 2. I have that one on vinyl, and I have a copy hanging on my wall back there. And but I don't have the greatest hits on vinyl yet. I don't know why I just haven't bought it. I'll buy it. Yeah, I'm a huge Eagles fan. My aunt and uncle got me into them when I was a kid. It was my either that one or Fleetwood Mac, Rumors. That greatest hits package or Fleetwood Mac Rumors were one of my first ones. And if it wasn't the one, it was the other. If it wasn't the other, they were the first 2 records I ever got. So they're both great albums. I had this one on order for probably 7 months, 8 months. I had it on forever. And finally my buddy Chris was over one night and we're just sitting around and phone rings. Hey, is Darren there? See we can. Your CD's in. Creator, Pleasure to Kill, my favorite Creator album of all times. This is the remastered digibook that I just chucked halfway across the room. And it has the Flag of Hate EP on it, although it's on the same CD. And you've seen these. They've got, which I don't understand. So they have 4 more that came out on Noise Records. Final Conflict, I think it's called. Renewal. And then there's 2 other ones, and I can't remember what they are. And they came out on these digibooks as well. These first 4 were $11.99 each up here in Canada. The next 4 are $16.99 each. I don't know why. I think it's dumb, but I'll probably end up getting them because I like Creator. And the next one, I got this. I should have had it playing. I was going to put it on, but I didn't. I was got up for work one morning and I was sitting at the kitchen table and turned on my phone to go on Facebook. And there it was, the singer and his wife talking about they just got the albums in. You can still pre-order. If you pre-order, you got a shirt, a sticker, and a CD, all for I think $25 or something like that. American, so it would have been $125 Canadian. So I pre-ordered it right away, and it's, can you see, Taking the Head of Goliath. And this is one monster of a death metal CD. Luke Reno from Crimson Thorn is the bass player, and they do some shared vocals with the singer. Anyways, it said in the thing if you could request it to be autographed. So I got my copy, and they scribbled their names all on the front. Looks awesome. The cover's so cool. And this is that is pure death metal, this album. It's short. It's too short. It's only got like 7 songs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And one of them is the intro. So you only got 6 songs, and it just flies too fast. I've listened to this thing, I think when I got it that day, I think I listened to it 5 times in a half an hour kind of thing. It's just so short. It's too short. That's my only problem with this CD, is it's too short. But it's an amazing CD. And I highly recommend it if you're into like brutal death metal, like Torn Flesh, or Abated Massive Flesh, or what would be, because they're a Christian band, what would be a good secular, well, any kind of Dying Fetus, any kind of brutal death metal like that. Not really Cannibal Corpse, because Cannibal Corpse is more straightforward death metal. The vocal patterns they don't have a lot of kind of screaming and those kind of, you'd have to listen to it to know what I'm talking about. Revilement, big time. Yeah, just stuff like that. Great CD. Now for my vinyl collection. Up first, the Johnny Van Zant Band. Anybody knows who Johnny Van Zant is? He is part of the Van Zant family. Ronnie, who was the lead singer of Lynyrd Skynyrd, now he's the lead singer for Skynyrd. And Donnie Van Zant. And this is just typical Southern Fried kind of rock and roll. and along the style of, you know, Blackfoot, Leonard Skinner 38 Special. And speaking of 38 Special, Donnie Van Zant. I picked these all up relatively cheap. And this one's in perfect shape. I get paid, see, I paid $8 for it. Well, I probably didn't really pay $8 for it because the guy that I buy vinyl off of, he always cuts me a deal. And I probably had a stack of them and he gave them to me at a decent price. Another 38 Special record. I wasn't okay. So I'm not very familiar with this band. I know who they are. I've seen them around for years. Just never listened to anything, or picked up anything, or bought anything, you know, from this band or whatever. And I just went into the record shop the one day and I went, you know what? I'm in the mood for some like southern rock, Molly Hatchet, Lynyrd Skynyrd kind of stuff, right? So I grabbed this, and I haven't listened to this one yet, or this one, or that. I haven't listened to one of them yet. But what I've heard, I really like, and I'll get more, because he's got a pile of 38 Special up there that no one's buying. So, and then, oh, I don't have a cover on this one. So then I went up. When I went up there, I had a pile in my hand, and I got this one because I thought it was going to be an upgrade copy, because this one's in really good shape. And it turns out that I don't have this one. Hell of a Band by Angel. I have everything on vinyl from this band. AOR Rock. That's Greg Giuffria from House of Lords and Giuffria, who is now, I think, some kind of real estate guy down in the States. I don't even think he's in music anymore. And then you get Punky Meadows. Yeah. So I picked this one up too. If I remember correctly, I think this is their second album. I want to say this is their second. It's not Casablanca, which I think all of their releases were. Then I picked up this one, which was in perfect condition, Jerusalem. And I think Boone's Overstock just released 4 or 5 of their albums on CD. Christian hard rock. I think this is my second or third Jerusalem find. I just happened to go through. He had a Christian section, contemporary Christian music, he calls it. So I was going through it, and it had Striper in there and a couple other bands. Nothing I was really interested in. I already had the Striper, and then I spotted this, and for $10 I couldn't pass it up. Then I grabbed this one, Alarma. This got a CD release on Retroactive as well. And from what I've heard on this, I'm not a big fan of it. I only paid $4 for it, but this is the gatefold. This is the English copy, not the Swedish, where the lyrics and everything are all in Swedish. This is the English version. So, and this is New Pax Records, 1981, which I think is distributed by Benson Record Company. So this is a Canadian or an American pressing, I want to say. Yeah. Out of Nashville and Cambridge, Ontario. So I don't know. It's probably an American pressing. And then the last one I got, I was watching one of the videos by Scott Waters, No Life to Metal. And he pulled this one up, and I went, ooh, I didn't even know that was in existence. So I had to grab it, and I wasn't gonna. So, anyways, I wasn't gonna run out and get it that day, but I figured one time when I come across it. So, when I went in to get that Creator album, I went through the vinyl and I saw it and I grabbed it. And that's this Armored Saint, Symbol of Salvation. My favorite, ultimate favorite Armored Saint record. And I've got 91 out of 300. And it's on the violet, rosy brown marbled vinyl. Limited to 300 copies worldwide. And it comes with a huge poster. And I'm not going to pull it out. But it comes with a huge poster of the cover and the marbled vinyl. There's the back. This is my favorite album. Paid $30 Canadian for it, which isn't too terribly bad, considering, you know, it's limited to 300. So I like that. If you pay $300 Canadian, and it includes shipping, it's great. But it's when you start paying $35 American, and then you have to pay shipping, and before you know it, you're buying one record and it's $60 Canadian. You have a hard time, you know, being in Canada and buying all this vinyl. Like, there's so much vinyl that I want to buy. It's just that it just costs so much money. Like, some of the stuff is outrageous. You go to, like, I'm a huge fan of Rush, my favorite band, and you go to their website and all their prices are in American. So you pick up a record and it's $23.99 American. Well, then you have to end up in Canada, because it's being shipped in Canada from Oakville up the highway. You pay the conversion, you pay the shipping, and now because we have the tax, Ontario has a HST 13%. I have to pay 13% tax. So that album goes from $23.99 American to like $65 Canadian for one record, with the shipping and the tax and the conversion. And right now we're taking a pounding with the American Canadian conversion. Like, I have a box of stuff that I'm sending out to Scott, and I'm waiting until the price goes down a little bit to send it, because it's just going to kill me with... I mean, I'm going to send it to him anyways, eventually. Like, I just put another record in there, Scott, so like, it's jammed full. Like, I can't get anything else in there, so I got no choice but to send it to you now. I was waiting for one other record that I wanted to go up and see if he had, and I know you were saying that you needed it. You didn't have it for to round out that collection. I'm not going to say what it is, because it might ruin the surprise. So anyways, so I'm waiting. I'm going to go up maybe in the next couple of days to see if it's there. I know it was a decent price. So anyways, so yeah, so we're taking a pounding with the Canadian American dollar, and it just makes it really hard to go and, you know, get all the vinyl you want. So you start picking, right? You start kind of going, okay, well, I really want this and I want that, and I could leave. There's stuff on Boone's Overstock that, man, those Seventh Angel records I'd love to get. The Guardian, Fire and Love, I'd love to get. He's got a couple other ones too, and I can't remember. But, you know, before I know it, those 4 records there will cost me, what, almost close to $180 for those 4 records, and I haven't. I got other stuff I have to buy. I got, you know, life happens being an adult, which sucks sometimes. I remember being a kid and being able to buy what I wanted to and not worry about anything. So, but anyways, that's my vid. I have to build a CD rack over there and put it all together and clean it up. And then I'm going to do a room tour, because my room is starting to kind of get to, to what I like. It's starting to really come together in that. And I've been saying I'm going to be doing a room tour for a long time and just haven't. But I'm going to do one probably in the next month or so. I'm going to build that rack and then go about, you know, putting it all together and doing a room tour. Anyways, that's my vid. 20 minutes, long enough. Only had a couple rounds. Most of it was just me ranting and talking. Anyways, cheers, guys. September's coming up in another month, so hopefully I'll be back more into the swing of things. Anyways, see ya. Have a great day. Take care. God bless.